perfect. Right outside the theatre, yeah? Perfect. Alright, we'll be there in a second.
Like, I mean, it has to happen now regardless, because I haven't seated anyone in it.
Yeah.
Terrified but excited.
Let's go a little longer with the overlap.
No, so yeah, we've been working, basically integrating yours into our floor plan.
Oh, okay.
And doing it that way.
Oh, well then perfect. We'll roll that way.
But yeah, as long as that's obviously got to be center stage. The podium is going to be offset to the right hand side.
Oh.
Right,
okay.
so based on the center of the stage, we're going to put the podium on the right hand side, basically between the center and the far corner.
Okay.
Because we're going to have the microphone in the middle, and then the award presenters are going to step off to the other side.
Oh, so they'll be standing in the graphic?
Yes, so it's going to be like symmetrical once we're done with it.
That one guy asked me for 8/16 break.
Watch your bags, folks.
So I think, so we've just told them to, now that they've built the stair line, we know where the platforms are going. They're going to start working on the platforms now. I would say maybe half an hour to 45 minutes.
You see, Martin's outside. He wants to start outside and some questions around where things are going.
Okay.
Can I pinch you?
Do you want me for that?
Yeah.
Alright, once the steps get there, you'll know for sure. But
We are on stage. We're loading the cars up on
I can do a chase.
Cool. Perfect. With the way that we're filming it, it's better than it's in. If it goes too far back, then it'll always look skewed. Like it will always look better from this side. I'm thinking.
I got another skinny one right here.
Okay, so
Because I'm thinking.
leaning towards this side.
Yeah.
So where's your position? You have this is your primary position.
Right.
I
Then
have
they
an
walk
idea.
up this way.
I have an idea. Very soon,
Uh-huh.
we have it manned remotely. So what if we, this is one position, Ali, we put a prompter, it's as close to camera as it gets, and then you have a position where you have the car in the background. You want to ask me what's my biggest pain point
Well,
today?
our point is in the center.
I swear to
Yeah,
God,
this is going
everything,
fine.
I should be worried about the audio, or I'm just worried about the parts. Ali,
I don't know anymore.
and then Tammy, this is Jaime, our chief engineer.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. We'll
Do you want to put,
If we can run screens back there, if we can run like program there and comms, then Lucy can go there. Which is
Okay.
one person.
correct. I'll find you
try and fit
when
somewhere
we're
in.
ready.
Okay.
because that's what Ryan told me, that the
Yeah.
walls were going to be meant here. So in our layout, we had you and me here with AAA, because it's like the last level of content that goes into broadcast before it goes into in-house.
so that table, or I mean, I can give up the space. It's just
No,
What's our ability to run some more program screens? Like, do we have to run some more program
what if
monitors?
we added a
Yeah.
here?
All right. Minute. 26, 3 inches off now. So that's too far forward. Beautiful.
Looking good. So how are these going to be lit? So there's going to be the LED on the bottom.
Top.
Down.
You're not on.
Main ceremony starts at 8, goes until 11, and then the shows from 11 to 11:15. So just so you guys know, Ali's joining us as a producer from the client side as well, but for all intended purposes, he's part of the crew. So if you see him on any segment, he has the same authority I do.
Today at noon, we're going to do rehearsal for the main show.
That would be the second part. So you will wait to talk about, or if you charity, like all the little bits are just like 3 minutes short segments, right?
Yeah, we could have the steady potentially identify that it's happening on stage, and I don't mind cutting to, you know,
A
the
camera
RoboCams,
yeah.
and he could almost approach like the Yeti could approach the RoboCam,
Like
kind of
what-
mess
like
with it.
What are you?
Yeah, kind of mess with it, and then we're kind of just flicking in between while Mars is just carrying on with his segment.
Nothing's.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's
And
funny.
almost just looks like a production mistake.
Right
yeah.
after the stuff.
So again, think like when you're watching a soccer game and it goes to halftime and you can hear the announcers say like, feel free, football. A football game, and you can hear the announcers in house. So band will be setting up on stage at the same time. Very shocked we'll get this Eurovision-esque final grand winners. Band setting up backstage, like on stage. We're still doing our bits, no problems. Because we haven't spoken to you, Miles, or Shocks yet. Like we haven't actually met you guys, right? We've met the characters, but we haven't gotten your thoughts and your feelings of the show. Good, yeah, we've got some content loading issues. Mike's helping with that remotely. But yeah, there's just now is the time where there's a lot of moving components. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So we'll have a third at one point for the interviews, potentially a fourth, but it shouldn't take up any more room than that. And then let's see, once you come over here to the far left, can you see down the line, down the carpet?
Down this line here?
Yeah. Perfect. I love it. I also want to ask them if we can remove the plants. We can move them, they're pretty light. I want a couple here, but I think this is too excessive. We will take a look at it. I think for you guys in your red carpet, we're going to tell you what we have banked. So we'll say, so you, for example, you can tell us, hey, do we have X? But anyone who's come up on stage will have, but then we're going to capture a bunch of other people. So we might feed to you that, hey, we have person X, person Y, person Z, you know, and I can tell you, you're going to look at this person because we've like QC'd it and we think it's good. So we'd start with this shot rather than the jib.
Okay.
Based on the show, because we do the F dot AVS into this. But I'm happy for us to take that, and then when they're giving context, we cut to the jib, and that can show the camera crew, show the red
Show me
carpet.
as people are starting to walk down, please. The red carpet.
Starting, and can you believe it?
We're going to see the red carpet now. Yes, we're looking at it. And take three.
That's producer two.
Oh, that's Ali.
Yeah.
No, and I have Ali here too. So that would be position A is where you're at right now. So this will be your main position for most of the show. You know, the Resorts World Theater, save the location, the Esports Awards. And then the next thing we hear is cueing Golden Boy from, remember Golden Boy, your microphone is gonna go hot and you're gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You know, give me the energy. And then when we cue you next, we'll see you in the center position of the stage. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go Golden Boy.
To those in attendance and everyone watching
Stand by
around
for
the
the LED
world,
on the screen.
are you ready?
Roll 10 count.
And roll. There we go.
Live from Resorts World Theater in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Cue talent.
It's the 2022 Esports Awards. And now for your hosts for the evening, Shocks and Golden Boy.
Hello, Esports Awards. It's great to see you again.
Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely delighted
There
to
we
be
go.
the
Lights on the host,
seventh
lights on the
annual
host.
Industry TV live from the Resorts World Theater in Las Vegas, presented by our incredible title sponsor, Lexus. I'll get it right. You're crushing the game.
Hi, Ali. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Michelle. There is a voice of God that will read, so after you say the winner is person X, if that person is in-house, then the voice of God will say, this is the second nomination and first win for blah, blah, blah. I can show you now on stage if you like what the movement would be like. Give the trophy, a little handshake, and then, yes, it'll be on that podium. You'll see it there. Then you will stand here, right? So basically in line with the podium on the other side. So as we look at stage, you're here, winner's there, podium's on that side. Is that coming straight to you? And watching the throw? We want that, right?
Yeah. Have
Perfect.
me watch myself
Yes.
type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Because I'll be like,
Yeah, fine. So we'll have it exactly like this.
Yeah, so it'll be like this, and then I will pop up.
Yes.
And I'll be like, what the hell?
Just have it
the Truman will be taken onto that platform. You see that black wing? Yep. We have a broadcasting position there. So he'll be able to turn around and see Jake here. Does that make sense?
Get Derek, take him there.
Yeah,
Set out the
Jake
chair,
there.
Get Jake, take him there.
How's that out there now, Brandon?
Fucking good, yeah.
Feel like it's
fucking
locking in.
mental.
Feels like it's warfare around my voice now, yeah? You feel good about that?
Just that.
Let's just do Andromeda just here, just so we get a touch on everything.
Don't worry.
Sorry,
More
guys,
next
not
year.
trying to
And after. The moon next year. It's so weird how it sounds. It's totally different from here to back there.
Yeah. It sounds crisp.
What's happening regardless? We're gonna have a coronation, so it's passing off the casket production.